Have you ever trusted the wrong person and paid for it instantly? I was a broke college student on spring break when someone stole every dollar I had. I never confronted him. I never yelled. But a week later, his truck never made it home. If you've ever been disrespected, underestimated, or robbed of something you worked hard for, you're going to love this one. Hit like, subscribe, and settle in, because this is one of those rare revenge stories where karma doesn't miss. The Setup Spring Break Trust. This happened when I was a sophomore in college, back when spring break felt like the most important week of your entire life. I was dating a guy from South America. He came from serious money, the kind where flights were booked without checking prices, and plans were made assuming everything would work out. He, his brother, and a bunch of their friends had already booked one of those college spring break bus trips to South Padre Island. I was supposed to go with them, but when it came time to finalize everything, there were no seats left. I remember standing there, trying not to show how disappointed I was. I didn't want to be that girlfriend. That's when my roommate stepped in. She told me her boyfriend, a frat guy, and a couple of his fraternity brothers were driving down in a truck. She asked if I could tag along. He said yes. And just like that, I found myself climbing into a truck with 4 guys I barely knew. The drive red flags in motion. At first, everything seemed fine. I sat up front for most of the drive. I even helped with the driving. 3 of the 4 guys were actually pretty cool, joking, talking, treating me like a human being. Then there was him, the owner of the truck. He refused to drive at all. Instead, he sat in the back, getting stoned the entire time, barely acknowledging anyone. I later learned his nickname in the fraternity was Drugs. That told me everything I needed to know a little too late. All of our luggage was piled in the truck bed. I didn't think twice about it. Why would I? I was young. I trusted people. I assumed basic decency was a default setting. Arrival false security. When we finally arrived at South Padre Island, my boyfriend was already there waiting for me. I hugged him, relieved, excited, happy to finally start the vacation. Before leaving, I handed Drugs $100 for gas. I remember smiling and saying, "Hope you all have a great time." I meant it. That's the part that still stings. The theft realization hits. Later that night, we were getting ready to go out. Music playing. Outfits laid out. That spring break buzz in the air. I opened my suitcase to grab my cash. And my stomach dropped. My envelope was gone. Not some of it. All of it. $300. For a broke college student, that might as well have been $1,000. My hands started shaking. I tore through everything. Pockets, shoes, makeup bag. Nothing. I sat down on the bed and just broke. Tears came fast and ugly. I knew who did it. I didn't need proof. The other guys had treated me kindly. They joked with me. They looked me in the eye. Drugs barely acknowledged my existence, except when he was eyeing our stuff. Emotional fallout powerlessness. My boyfriend immediately tried to calm me down. He said he'd cover my share. That I shouldn't worry. But I could tell he was furious. Not loud. Not dramatic. That quiet, controlled anger, that means someone has crossed a line. His brother and friends felt the same way. They didn't yell. They didn't chase anyone down. They just remembered. The turning point, spotting the truck. Almost a week later, we were at a bar. Loud. Crowded. Sticky floors. Then I saw it. The truck. My chest tightened instantly. I started shaking. I told my boyfriend we needed to leave now. He asked calmly, "Which one is theirs?" I pointed. He nodded. "I'll be right back." He and his brother walked outside. I stayed inside, heart racing, terrified that Drugs might see me. A few minutes later, they came back. My boyfriend grabbed my hand. "Let's go." We didn't talk about it. That night was incredible. I laughed. I danced. For the first time all week, I felt light again. The quiet exit. A couple days later, my boyfriend surprised me. Instead of taking the bus back, he booked us 2 flights out of Brownsville. As we waited at the airport, he leaned over casually and said, "By the way, Drugs is fucked." I laughed nervously. "What do you mean?" He said it like he was commenting on the weather. "We put sand in their gas tank." I froze. A mix of shock and something else. Relief? Justice? This was the late 80 seconds. No cell phones, no tracking. By the time I fully processed it, we were already gone. 2 days after I got home, my roommate cornered me. She looked exhausted. She asked if I'd seen her boyfriend and the guys. I shrugged and said maybe. Then she told me everything. Their truck broke down about an hour after leaving the island. Not a minor issue. The engine completely died. They were stranded for 2 extra days. Mechanics had to clear the fuel lines, replace a pump, and ultimately replace the engine. Thousands of dollars. Drug's dad was furious. He made his son drive the truck home himself. And then, truck privileges revoked. Just like that. I never confronted him, never demanded my money back. But somehow, balance was restored. He stole $300 and paid for it 10 times over. Sometimes karma doesn't rush, but when it arrives, it's thorough. If this story gave you that deep sense of satisfaction, hit like and subscribe for more real revenge stories where justice actually lands. And tell me in the comments, do you believe in karma, or do you think sometimes people have to create it themselves? See you in the next one.